Welcome to the Bahrain International Circuit, ladies and gentlemen. This is round 10 of GeForce Racing League. Back for another week of racing action. Ladies and gentlemen, the fight for the Constructors' Championship is in full swing. It looks quite one-sided, but you never know. Miracles do indeed happen. So I'll read out the stats for you. Alfa Romeo, the only other mathematical contender to the championship as of Bahrain, as of this race, and Mercedes currently do have quite a substantial gap on Alfa Romeo behind. That's embarrassing. That's just embarrassing for Cosmic. Anyways, so the gap is indeed quite substantial to Alfa Romeo behind. Currently, Alfa Romeo will need to make that 121-point gap into 88 points to attempt to even try and salvage the Constructors' Championship here tonight, but in terms of the championship, it is as good as taken by the Silver Arrows, and by the end of this race, we will indeed find out who is going to be on top. Will it be Alfa Romeo, or will it be Mercedes? I mean, the odds definitely aren't looking in Alfa Romeo's favour, but as I just said, miracles do indeed happen sometimes. You just kind of have to wait and see. Nothing is for certain in Formula 1, and time is ticking. Obviously 16 minutes left in qualifying. We've only been here for a few minutes now. Lots of drivers on their outlaps. Beast and Jadaram opting to stay into the pit lane for now, but we'll see what happens as they come out onto their laps definitely later on in the session. Lars is the first driver to start his flying lap in the Ferrari, so let's see what he can make of this lap. Obviously Lars is a very, very credited driver, so let's see how he handles Bahrain tonight into turn 4, making up as much of the curb there as you can. Let's go up board then with the number 2 driver. Not literally, but let's see what happens. So into the second sector, 28.6 in the first sector for the Ferrari driver. So coming into the very tight, twisty second sector, obviously lots of skill required, definitely into the downhill braking corner, turns 9 and 10. Make sure, try not to lock up there. Brilliant braking there from Lars. He comes onto the DRS straight, and he'll have a little bit of a break as he comes into the later parts of the second sector. Use up all of the white line there, coming into the corner, shifting into 4th gear. Use all the curve on the outside, not too much as he comes in flat out corner here into the very tight, obviously a near hairpin, 107.1 in the second sector, and coming into the final few corners, using all of that curve as he comes onto the long straight, awaiting turns 14 and 15. Let's see what this lap is going to be as he makes his way around the final kink, right hand kink there, onto the final DRS straight. That flap is going to be wide open as he comes over across the line. It's going to be a 129.1 for the Ferrari. That will put him comfortably on pole for the time being, but obviously lots of drivers behind him are obviously going to be looking to make amends to that time. I think quite a lot of drivers, I feel like. Next across the line, yeah, there's Eweg in that Alfa Romeo, 128.7, provisional pole for the Alfa Romeo driver. Obviously it's pretty much expected at this point. Obviously the pace of the Alfa Romeo is definitely up there with some of the quickest drivers in this league. Thousand Korn crosses the line, 128.9. Felix also crosses the line, provisional pole for the Williams. A 128.4. Blackberry Hall crosses the line in 5th place, so back of the pack for the time being, 1/10 behind the Ferrari. And Oscar, his teammate, also crossed the line, 6th place. So 5th and 6th for the Red Bulls. Oscar does have quite a considerable gap to his teammate. Let's see, is he going to be able to salvage that? Coming into later parts of qualifying, Jalran now lost. His teammate is on a flying lap, 28.6 for him as well in the first sector. Let's see how he makes it this lap. Gabri splits both Red Bulls with a 129.3 and blasted and comes home. 8th place for the Haas driver, 1:35, and I believe that was Cricket in 4th place with a 1:29.0. So Alpine looking very, very solid out there in 4th place at the time being. Jadram is just making their way through the latter part of the 2nd sector, and obviously Felix and Beast both on flying laps right now. Felix is just making his way into the 3rd sector, 1:06.6 for the McLaren driver. Let's see how he makes amends of this final 2 corners, turns 14, 15. Let's see how Felix 1, I should say, handles the final 2 corners. Brilliant turning in there into the apex, using all of the curb there on the exit onto the DRS straight. Is it going to be provisional pole? You bet it's going to be for the McLaren driver. 1:28.3 and Felix 1 on provisional pole. Jalaram just behind him with a 1:28.4. That's about 500ths to Felix 1 in 1st place, and Stickboy also on his lap. Beast there must have made a mistake. Beast down in 12th place, a 1:32.5 for the Silver Arrow. Stickboy is making his way just into the 2nd sector now as he makes his way around the curves. 28.9 and in the 1st sector for the AlphaTauri driver. Let's see how is he going to be able to develop this lap over the next 2 sectors, and his teammate Cosmic just making his way out of turn 3 onto the long anticipation into turn 4 onto the DRS straight, using all of the curb there on the entry and the exit as well. Try not to spin there. A little bit of a wobble for the AlphaTauri. 28.9 in the 1st sector for Cosmic. Let's see how that pans out. Beast is also on an in lap, I believe, and so is Blasphemic, so he comes into the pit lane and 4 tenths up there, I believe. Cosmic is just making his way around the 2nd sector now, and Stickboy's got off the track, as a matter of fact, into the gravel. Nearly a bit of a spin there for the AlphaTauri driver, but he's going to be able to keep it on track for now. Felix quickly stopping. I don't think that's Jalaram on a 2nd lap. He's going to be coming into the pit lane very, very shortly, and there he goes. The Ferrari into the pit lane, 2nd place right now for the time being, and his teammate on an out lap as well as he makes his way around the 2nd sector. Lars, definitely not where he wants to be at the moment. 7th place for the Ferrari driver. Let's see, will he be able to come back? Because obviously we know Lars is definitely a driver with lots of capability. He is definitely not a midfield driver by any means. So let's see, how is he going to be able to make amends of that lap? His 1st lap, 1:29.1, 8 tenths off of Felix in provisional pole, 7 tenths off his teammate Jadram, who's currently in 2nd place. And Ruby is also on a flying lap right now, coming into turn 10. The Alfa Romeo looking to capitalize onto the Mercedes. Or capitalize on Mercedes, obviously. They are looking to try and fight thus far. And Ruby making his way around the latter part of the 2nd sector. The Alfa Romeo absolutely flying out there on track today. And using all of the curb there, just on the entry. Try not to use too much on the exit. A 1:06.9. In the 2nd sector, coming into the last sector then for the Alfa Romeo. The sun shines down on the Ferrari powered car. He makes his way through turn 14 and 15 onto the long DRS straight. That flap is going to be wide open, crosses the line, and it is going to be 5th place then for the Alfa Romeo driver. Definitely a very, very respectable lap, just about the 10th and a half off of his teammate Ewig in P4. Stickboy, invalid lap time there. That was very, very close. 1:18.5 in the 2nd sector. Unfortunate for the AlphaTauri driver. Gabri is now in his flying lap, 205 miles per hour, as he makes his way into the hairpin in turn 1, upshifting, trying not to spin there as he makes his way out of turn 3 onto the DRS straight once more. Into turn 4 we go. Use a lot of the curb there on the entry. And obviously don't use too much on the exit as he makes his way around. He's about 300ths up, 28.7 in the 1st sector for the Mercedes. Obviously right now for the Silver Arrows, it's not looking very great for them, especially for the 2 drivers who are currently on a championship charge. Yellow flag sector 2 and 3. That's a Ferrari going slowly, and that is Lars trying to get some traffic out of the way, or potentially he's just going slowly just because he can, obviously out of the way to both of the Alfa Romeos stampeding on the track as he make their way. And Felix, the man on provisional pole, have a look at this for a drive. And obviously, Felix, this is definitely not the driver you would expect to currently be on provisional pole at the moment. But look at the Williams flying out their yellows in the third sector. It's looking great out there for the Mercedes, or the Williams driver. Mercedes powered engine, of course, definitely not the Mercedes car. That's probably what he hopes to be in the future. So as it stands, Felix, followed by Felix 1, on pole position, and Ewig is making his way around the second sector. I mean, just have a look at these drivers. Definitely the top 5. Some of the most respectable drivers on the grid. But yeah, obviously people commenting on the difference between, I mean, obviously Felix, he reserved for Williams in Japan a few rounds ago, and it was off the pace by quite a lot. Obviously, no offense to the Williams driver, but I mean, in terms of, you know, you Gelram, Felix 1, Lars, and obviously all of the other front runners, he was way off the pace. But now, have a look at this. He's on provisional pole with 6.5 minutes left to go. Could this be, I believe it's the first pole position for Williams? It might very well be, because Felix is absolutely flying out there on track today, but here is the man that could potentially dethrone him. Gelram, purple in the first sector, making his way around the second sector now. Obviously, this man is also on a championship charge at the moment, leading the Constructors' Championship. Let's see how he makes an effort to get on to pole position here today. And obviously, I mean, just look at him. He's flying out there on track. Just the car is able to handle it. It's absolutely fascinating to see some of these drivers out there today. And obviously, 4 tenths up, then that lap will indeed put him on to pole position if he's able to hold this together for just a few more turns. 4 tenths up, quickest in sector 2. How is he going to make this work? Gelram taking all of the curb there on the entry and the exit. He's actually spinning out a little bit of a step of oversteer for the Ferrari driver. Will he be able to hold? No, he will not. A lap. I mean, the less said about that run, the better. But that could have been one of the greatest G-Force laps. And very unfortunate for Lars, or for Gelram. He could have looked to be the man on pole today, but for the next few minutes, he will just have to wait. And obviously so, 4 minutes, 45 seconds left to qualifying. So Blasinic, I mean, he's out of ERS. I'm not sure how he's going to be able to do that, but Beast, have a look at this man. Obviously, on his outlap right now, full ERS in the tank. Currently stuck in 14th place. This man is meant to be carrying his team tonight to a Constructors' Championship. So let's see what happens if he crosses the line. DRS enabled, and he is going to go on his flying lap. That could potentially be one of his last in Bahrain tonight. So into turn 1, and obviously very smooth sailing from there. Brilliant frontal control as he makes his way into the DRS zone, taking all of the white line there. Into turn 4, use all of the curb on the entry, clip it a little bit on the apex, and definitely don't touch it on the exit there. A little bit of traffic from his teammate Gabri as he makes his way into the second sector. He's 400 down on his time currently, so let's see, will he be able to potentially... Oh! That is very unfortunate. He's going to have to keep going. He's stuck in last place right now. This is not a race to remember so far for the two Mercedes. So obviously he's going to keep going on his lap, but this is very, very unfortunate for both Gabri and for Beast as well. And Felix 1. This is obviously the man meant to be challenging for pole. He is coming... Pardon me. He is going to come through turn 14 and 15 now. Onto the DRS zone. That ERS flipped onto hot lap mode. The flap wide open. as he sets down the main straight into turn 1. He's got about only a few minutes left, 3 minutes. Yellow flags in sector 3. That's the driver going slowly. I believe that is going to be Gabri. He is obviously looking to get some traffic out, but let's focus on the man of the day. Felix 1 is looking to challenge today for pole position, using all of the curb there on the entry as always. On the exit of the corner, absolutely pushing the track limits out there. 1.5 tenths up on his time. That is purple in sector 1 for the McLaren driver. This could be the lap of dreams for the McLaren driver. Let's see, is he going to be able to make this lap work? Is he going to be able to push the absolute limits here tonight under the lights in Bahrain into the second DRS zone? The anticipation down into turn 11, I believe. A few of the billboards obviously knocked down there. Drivers were commenting on that earlier. Flat out now through the final turn of the second sector. A 106.3 in sector 2. That's going to be purple once more. He's 3 tenths up. Could this be the man on pole position today? It's Felix against Felix. It's Williams versus McLaren. Who's going to be able to come up on top here today? And Felix is making his way through turn 14 and 15 onto the DRS straight now. That DRS is fighting for its life. Felix is also fighting for his life. Onto original pole he goes by about 2 tenths there. A 128.0 for the McLaren. Absolutely magnificent performance out there. I mean, absolutely brilliant from the McLaren driver. The man, he's currently on provisional pole with about 1 minute 10 seconds to go. But potentially he could be dethroned here today. He's 600ths up. The other Felix, obviously in the Williams, he's going to have to push the absolute limits if he wants to get onto pole position here today on his flying lap. It is either now or never. Making his way into turn 9 and 10, the DRS just a couple of meters ahead of him. Into the DRS zone, 50% ERS left in the tank for the Williams driver. He's just going to have to make do with the current conditions for now. 40% ERS as he makes his way into turn 11, into the latter part of the second sector. Ladies and gentlemen, this is definitely a battle worth watching. Second sector, 106.2 then for Felix. I mean, he's invalidated. He's got one more shot to make this work. Felix, in the eyes of a million fans, in the eyes of the crowd here tonight, sets off in his final flying lap. Is he coming in? He's coming in. Has he thrown away his final opportunity to get on to provisional pole here tonight? The checker flag has fallen. Felix also into the pits. And Gelram is out there tonight. He is absolutely stunning. Let's see, is he going to be able to make do here? Is he going to be able to get on to provisional pole? Purple in sector 1 for the Ferrari driver. This is absolutely brilliant racecraft from all of these drivers here tonight. Cricket, obviously at the back of a whole my words are gone, ladies and gentlemen. Just a whole bunch of drivers. Oh, Cricket! Shame on the Alpine. Tragic. Spinning into the final turn of the second sector, and Gelram passing the Alpine driver. 30% ERS left in the tank, making its way through the final 2 corners. Is it going to be provision? Is it going to be pole position for Gelram? Is it going to be Felix? We've only got a few seconds left to find out. Into the DRS zone. Is it going to be provisional pole? You bet it's going to be Gelram, the man on pole position tonight. This takes third place, and Cricket, is it going to be able to put a lap together? And I think that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Gelram on pole position. That is absolutely stunning. Amazing work out there tonight from all of these drivers. 600ths. That's the gap between Felix and Gelram, the German and the Dutch, out there tonight. Absolutely amazing performance from all of these drivers out there. Definitely a lap worth watching. 2 tenths between the top 4. Amazing. So then, ladies and gentlemen, what are the... looks like the engineers having a little bit of fun out there. Ladies and gentlemen, the race is obviously underway. Very, very shortly, the formation lap will begin. The two Silver Arrows are going to have to charge tonight. And the formation lap is a go. Jalaram is going to lead us away from provisional pole. Felix just behind him. Beast, a brilliant performance from him late in qualifying to take third place. Gabri, his teammate, down in 11th, so definitely not the most ideal spot for Gabri, but he's just going to have to make do. There's just nothing he could do now that qualifying is over. Let's talk about tires then. The majority opting for the softer compound of the medium tire. Obviously a few drivers looking to be a little bit dubious here tonight, taking the hard tire as opposed to the medium. So that's Jalaram, Felix, One, Cricket and Stickboy, who are all going to take the hard tires. The rest of the field will go onto the mediums. Shocker today for Lars. 9th place for the Ferrari. Definitely not where you expect to see Lars. Definitely because he's such a skilled driver. One of the greatest in GeForce Racing League. So let's see. Is he going to be able to capitalize down in the midfield? He's going to make light work of some of these people obviously ahead of him, but he might have a little bit of a hard time from the Alfa Romeos, and obviously the top three, Jalaram, Felix and Beast, are all going to give him definitely a challenge, a force to be reckoned with. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Well, you're about to find out in just a few moments' time. I think I was Felix taking a little bit of a trip just down into the grass, but here we go. Jalaram is going to line up on that fateful pole position, the spot where he rightfully belongs. All eyes are on Ferrari. All eyes on Jalaram. And the sun is setting on the Bahrain International Circuit in a few moments. The lights will indeed go out, and we are going to go green flag racing. The crowd is cheering for these drivers here tonight. We've got 29 laps of racing action to go. And the last driver lining up on the grid as the lights go out. 4 and 5 lights to the Bahrain Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go. Felix gets a very good start there, followed by Jalaram and Beast with an absolutely amazing launch there into turn 1. Beast is going to have the inside line. He's going to have the advantage here into the first corner, and no! Contact at the back. I think that was Bowser corn there. That definitely not great there. Felix has been hit. He's down into 12th place. Beast has taken the lead in the race from third place on the grid. Brilliant launch then. Lars has gone up into 4th already, taking up 5 positions on the start at Stickboy. I swear, he's gained 9 positions on the start. Stickboy up into 5th place. And Lars is making definitely light work of these drivers already. He's already gained 5 positions in the first 9 or so corners. Fighting with Blackberry Hall, obviously a big gap already to Jalaram behind him. Beast 2.3 seconds, as obviously we're looking definitely a very chaotic lap one, but it looks like all the drivers are neatly spaced out. Felix making light work at the back there of Ebek into 13th place. Definitely not the greatest start, and that is definitely going to spike some drama at the back of the pack. Beast now into the lead. A brilliant start from the Silver Arrow, and Felix versus Felix around the outside of turn 12, 13. I'm not quite sure. Felix and the Williams. Brilliant overtake there on the McLaren into 12th place. He's going to have to fight for the positions back now. And already 2 side penalties given out, and Eweg is also going to overtake the McLaren. He's going to have to make a lap 1 pit stop here. Obviously a lot of damage on Felix's car. Oh! That was a spin from Beast! And Jalram takes back the lead of the race for the first time. Here we go. Yellows in sectors 1 and 3. Jalram takes the lead in the race. Blackberry Hall in second place and Laws in third, just behind the Red Bull. And Cosmic also making very light work there of the Haas driver. But here we go into the twisty second sector. A little bit of a slap of oversteer out for Blastic. Oh, he's going to go off the track, but that could open up an opportunity for Beast out to potentially make a little bit of a switch back here. Opportunity for Beast to get himself into last place, but Blastic plunging that car beautifully through turn 8 there. Oh, locks up a little bit. Beast into the DRS zone. Obviously DRS isn't activated. Overtakes one car. He could get the second car here. Ruby flying by. 2 overtakes in 1, and Blastic is also going to go side by side. Have a look at this for a battle. It's going to be 3 cars nearly going side by side here. Beast takes 8th place, and Blastic and Ruby fighting all them going off circuit, and Ruby still fighting. A little bit of contact there between the Haas and the Alfa Romeo, and obviously I think that's Gabri also fighting as well as Ruby and Felix as well. 3 wide coming down the main straight. Have a look at this. My voice is absolutely gone. Ruby getting himself into 10th place, and Ruby getting himself into 10th place, and Blastic fighting brilliantly as well, getting himself into 9th after that. But I feel like Ruby's gonna have a little bit of a go at him round the outside. Oh, I need a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 laps in, there's already been tons of action from the drivers here, especially at the back of the pack. Jalram leading this race, Blackberry Hall in P2. And Ewek into 10th, Felix. So quite a substantial amount of positions there. Is Felix into the pit lane again? 28 seconds behind the rest of the pack. Jalram 8 tenths, 7 tenths clear of Blackberry Hall in the Red Bull. He is going to look to fight for the lead here. This is definitely not a spot you would expect the Red Bull to be in on the 3rd lap of this race, but you never know. Miracles happen. Miracles do happen. Oh, is that Felix in the wall? Felix is in the wall. Oh, that definitely isn't great. That isn't a safety car or anything, but that could have pretty damn well been close to one. And here comes Beast. Oh, was that a spin from the driver's head? No, I think it was a little bit of an oversteer, but Beast is getting perilously close and to Cricket side by side into turn 1. Oh, have a look at this. Beast is going to take the inside line there. Cricket is going to have to go defensive into the first turn, but Beast is going to make very light work of the future Mercedes driver, but you never know. I mean, Cricket is going to have DRS coming down the run, down into turn 4. Lots of fighting here as the AlphaTauri is going to go side by side with the Red Bull Stick Boy. Side by side with Oscar for P4, and Stick Boy is going to go through, overtakes one car. Can he get the second? No, they're still fighting. AlphaTauri versus Red Bull. I think it was a little bit of contact. Through goes Stick Boy. Ladies and gentlemen, oh ho ho! There's been a collision there. Oh no! Lots of action. It's only 4 laps in. I mean, Jalram is cruising ahead, but the back is absolute drama upon drama, and Stick Boy is making light work here. Beast is going to chase after Oscar for P4. Stick Boy chasing after Beast for P5. DRS is going to play its thing. It is going to take its advantage. Yellow flags after Ewek, who stopped at turn 13, I believe. And now Ruby and Cricket going side by side into turn 14. Ruby does have the inside line here, and I think he's going to have the DRS coming down the main straight. These two have been going side by side for quite a while now. This could be the opportunity to finish it off in the Alfa Romeo. He's going to go towards the inside into the first corner, but he's going to make a little bit of switch. Cricket now on the inside line. Can he go defensive? Ruby does go through. Cricket, he's going to have the DRS coming down into turn 4. DRS activated into turn 4. Cricket does have the better line, forces Ruby towards the outside, but fighting brilliantly, still going side by side into the second sector, but I think Ruby is going to have to back out of this one for now. Cricket is going to get back his rightful 8th place. I mean, this is action upon action, and Stickboy sparks flying up the Alpha Tower as he chases after the Red Bull. Obviously of Oscar for P5. Stickboy has got a brilliant opportunity from last on the grid. He's made up tons of positions here off of the start. Obviously those first 5 laps did pay a lot of homage to Alpha Tauri. 6th and 13th then for Stickboy and Cosmic respectively. It's looking quite close then still between Cricket and Ruby. I think it was yellow flags there somewhere, I'm not quite sure. But Jaram is cruising up ahead. He's got about 6/10 to the Red Bull behind him, but they're fighting. Remember, Blackburn Hall is going to have the DRS coming into turn 4, so that DRS is going to play a huge helping in his attack. And obviously the tyres as well. Jaram does have the hard tyres. Meanwhile, Blackburn Hall has opted for the better medium tyres, but remember, the tyre wear is definitely going to be a little bit of a problem. Phoenix is also making light work of the drivers behind them, or well, now behind him. He's ahead of him into 11th place for the Williams. So it's still very, very close between Ruby and Cricket. This could potentially look to be a fight that could go on for quite a while. Ooh, a bit of oversteer for the Alfa Romeo driver, and he's looking to chase after the Alpine for P8. So obviously 7/10 back, he's going to get the DRS. He's going to get that helping hand down into turn 11. Didn't get him too much, maybe got him about a 10th or so at best, but we'll wait to see how that does indeed develop. And Jalan is also having a lot of fun just ahead of him. He's obviously still got Blackburn Hall to worry about, but he's not too much of a threat for now. He's just staying behind collecting DRS, but I mean that gap is getting smaller and smaller. So we could potentially have a bit something to worry about here within the next few laps. But we're just going to have to wait and see, because those medium tyres are indeed going to start to wear. But have a look at this. Ruby is going to go round the outside, switch back, just onto the outside line there. Cricket staying on the inside. Ruby is going to get the DRS then, coming down in the anticipation towards turn 4. Although he isn't, Cricket is going to get the DRS actually. Brilliant work from the Alpine driver. He's going to get the DRS. He's going to make a bit of a run for it. These drivers have gotten perilously close together. Closer and closer still. And Oscar now is on track. Beast is using all of the ERS that he can. He's got 6% then left to tank, but obviously he's going to be able to regenerate that very, very quickly. Blackberry Hall half a second back on Jalaram. This could potentially look to be a bit threatening. And also the Ferrari behind him. He's getting a little bit of Ferrari time with yellow flags. Ruby! Oh no! Ruby! He was doing so well. Oh no, Cosmic now! 2 spins in one, another one bites the dust, and here we go. This is looking to be brewing up a little bit. as they like to say, let him cook, ladies and gentlemen. Blackberry Hall does have the DRS, he does have a Ferrari behind him, so he's stuck in a little bit of a Ferrari sandwich, a lot like real life, but Yellow's in the first sector. Stick Boy next to succumb to spinning, I believe. He's dropped a few positions with 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So a lot of penalties have been dished out already. Cosmic does have 8 seconds worth of time penalties, so definitely not great for the AlphaTauri driver. Oh, blasted ink! A miracle that he's been able to keep that car alive. Surely that is an absolute miracle. Oh! And Ruby is going to go through, but that was very dangerous. That could have ended in disaster. So now, not much to report. The race has settled. A lot of the action has already been sucked out of the race, but you never know. You never know. Time only tells. Ewig is getting very, very close to the silver hour. I believe as it stands, it's Mercedes winning the Constructors' Championship. You can't forget about the ongoing championship battle. This could be now or never for the Silver Arrows. So DRS activated down the main straight for Ewig. Could he potentially overtake Gabri? He's quite far back. He isn't going to go for a dubious move here. He obviously is going to have the DRS just coming out of turn 3. So he doesn't have too much to worry about here. He's going to get a second helping of DRS down this zone. He's going to maybe look towards the outside, dummying potentially. No, he's not going to go for a move that time, forcing him to go defensive. That is going to lose Gabri quite a lot of time there, but let's see what happens. Ewig is edging closer and closer to the Silver Arrow. So let's see how this fight pans out, as the Alfa Romeo and the Mercedes have been in contention for quite a while. These have always been the top 2 teams. And he's going to get yet another helping of DRS down this main straight. He's a lot closer this time. About 3 tenths separating the two drivers. He's going to go down the inside, then into turn 11. Oh, very, very close. Going side by side is Gabri going to be able to go through both of them using their ERS, and Gabri does have that ERS advantage. He's going to go down the inside of this corner, going defensive. Ewig is going to try and swoop around the outside. Brilliant move from the Alfa Romeo. That is going to get him into 9th place, but just forget. Still going side by side. Gabri is going to look to get that place back, going down the inside into turn 14. Ewig is going to get the DRS here, coming down the main straight, and no one is actually going to get the DRS. So now it is going to be ERS enabled for the Alfa Romeo. He's going to definitely look to go down the inside into this corner. It's going to be a bit of an ambitious move, though. He's going to stay back for now. Stick Boy. Not getting the DRS on that run. Felix is just going to stay ahead. It's 7th place right now. Obviously the man 2nd place. 2nd place in qualifying. He's not doing too well in the race thus far, but we're going to have to wait and see. So at the back, a little bit of fighting between Haas and AlphaTauri. So Blaskovic does have the DRS. He's going to make very, very light work on that, I believe. He got the DRS. Unless Cosmic wants to go for a very, very ambitious move down this main straight. Oh, he's swerving a little bit. Is he going to force him to go defensive? Yes, he is. A brilliant piece of racecraft from the AlphaTauri. Gets himself into 12th place. And he does get the DRS down the back straight. So here we go, the race is set, and Ewig is getting perilously close now. Still, I mean, these two drivers have been close for quite a long time. Lap 11, obviously coming, well, he's not coming into lap 12 now. Jalram is, I didn't even notice Blackberry Hall going into 4th place. You get so tunnel vision sometimes, but it is indeed a Ferrari 1-2 for now. So here we go, Beast is pushing that car, and Jerome does have a very comfortable lead ahead of his teammate Lars. Ewig is now gonna get down the inside, he's gonna get his hands dirty, and he is gonna get into ninth place. Obviously Gabri is still gonna lurk behind him, so he is definitely not safe. We know how hard these two have been battling for the last few laps, so it's definitely not gonna end here. I'm sure Gabri does have faith in himself to get the job done in the next few laps. And Cosmic is also still fighting with Blasphemic. Oh! There has been an incident on track. A virtual safety car has been deployed. No indication as to what has happened on track. A virtual safety car that will obviously bundle the pack together, so this could be interesting. This could lead to something very, very different than maybe what we were expecting. Oh no! So Lawrence has come in, and Ruby does have a drive-through penalty, and Cosmic is retired from the race. That was a retirement on track. Not great. Blackberry Hall has also come into the pit lane. Let's have a look at tyres. So a few people have come in. Blackberry Hall switching to the hards. So Felix getting very, very close to the Alpine. He has moved into 4th place. Oscar is now in those podium positions, but Jaram, oh, stick boy! Lars making light work of these drivers, obviously on those new hard tyres against the Ace Mediums. But have a look at this, it's going to be Williams versus Alpine. Williams taking the outside line. Cricket trying to defend, trying his best to defend, but all yellows in sector 3. Blasphemic is going to retire as well. Joram does have a very commendable 12-second lead. But these two drivers, very, very close together. It's Joram and, not Joram, Felix and Cricket. Felix is coming in. New hard tyres coming on. So here we go. It's prime time for the medium runners to box now. Jerome opted to pit early. Looks like the undercut is indeed going to work. So P5 right now, and he's obviously Cricket. So he's effectively a net P1. Lawrence is effectively in 1st place, as the rest of the pack will have to come in. Stickboy also replacing his front wing. And Ruby is going to come in to serve his drive-through penalty. And Joram making very light work of Beast behind him. Obviously, both are going to have to box. Beast is going to have to pit first. So that undercut, if Lars could do it, Beast could also possibly be able to pull off a little bit of an undercut here. He's going to have to box in the next few laps anyways. So it is the waiting game. Is it going to be now? Is it going to be later? Let's see. Beast making his way around turn 14, 15. And Beast angling his car towards the pit lane. He is indeed going to come in for a new set of hard tyres. He will go the rest of the Grand Prix. And Oscar is also coming in. Cricket is going to stay out. So both drivers will net a few positions. So Cricket into 2nd place. And Lars will chase behind him in 3rd. So Beast and Oscar on the new hard tyres. Blackberry Hall might potentially get a position or two here. I think it's going to be very, very close to the 2 Red Bulls. So yeah, it will be Blackberry Hall coming into 5th place. Beast will just manage to beat the Red Bull, and he will go into 4th. So the race has settled down there is quite a tremendous gap between a lot of the drivers here, so the race is settled down. We're about halfway through this Grand Prix, so obviously still 16 laps left to go, and the tires are going to be definitely a big thing in this. So Jaram is looking very fast out there indeed. He's just picked up his personal fastest lap on those aging hard tires. So this could be prime time for Laws to come in onto those medium tires. He's going to have to very shortly. Cricket, he's also going to have to come in soon. He does have a few time penalties to serve. Wow, pardon me. He's going to have a few time penalties to serve. Yellow's in sector 2. Is that an Alfa Romeo? That is an Alfa Romeo. That is Eweg, who has gone off the track. And Gabri making work. Stickboy is also very close, but unfortunately he is not going to gain the position from that incident. So Eweg and Stickboy, these three drivers, very close together. Eweg has the DRS on Gabri. Stickboy has the DRS on Eweg. Could there be potentially a move into turn 1? Stickboy, no ERS, he's going to go down the inside! Oh, very close there. He does get the DRS, he does get the move done. Commendable effort from the AlphaTauri, but Eweg is going to look maybe around the outside, no, onto the inside. He's not going to be able to get that done either. Very unfortunate, but he is going to have to hang back for now. Felix with the DRS, he's going to overtake Oscar. Tires, not an issue. Pure pace. The Williams, he's got it. So into 6th place he goes. So the race has basically set back in, and a lot of these drivers are getting closer and closer together. That virtual safety car definitely did change, and Oscar has the DRS. He's got the overtake on, he's gaining still. Felix is going to go defensive, he's going to go down the inside into turn 1. Oscar, does he have enough pace? Yes, he does. But Felix is going to cut back out of it. Felix is going to get the DRS for a second time running, and he's going to be able to run away from Oscar. But Oscar does have quite a knack for staying within, but he isn't going to go for the move into turn 4. And Gabri is also going to make an overtake on Stickboy. Stickboy has the DRS. Can he potentially make this work? But no, Gabri is gaining quite a lot of time there. Yellow's in sector 2. Oh, Stickboy once again. Do you know what? Felix 1 is catching up. He could potentially have a chance here. The leader of the race has just boxed, and Felix is also going to have to come in at some point. So that's going to hurt his chances. But I mean, he could catch up. He's in 11th place. I mean, it's likely that Stickboy might make another mistake here. I mean, just look at the pure pace. He's gaining amazing numbers. So, I mean, very soon he's going to be into those point positions, and he could potentially make a comeback here. He obviously started P3, but obviously with the time penalties, Felix is already P10. But to make it happen on track, so he can progress further and further up the ranks, it may happen. Trying to watch right now, Blackberry Hall half a second back on Beast, and the gap has closed between Cricket and Jaram. Cricket has from Cricket, definitely the tire whisperer, trying to make those tires last as long as he can. So into turn 1, Felix is going to go down the inside of Stick Boy. Oh, it locks up. Oh! That was not very pretty whatsoever. So Felix having to concede a position. Yellow's in sector 1. Oh no! Is that a crash? Yeah, Felix crashed on track. So obviously here we go, Lars 6-lap old hard tyres, Cricket serving time penalties, so this definitely is going to be the cleanest of pit stops. Onto the medium tyres for the Alpine. He's going to come out 7th place. So here we go, Gelram leading a Ferrari 1-2. He's looking to be the fastest man on track right now. So Gelram, obviously, no surprises here, leading the Ferrari 1-2. Lars just behind him, Beast, 10 seconds behind the Ferrari. And Blackberry Hall rounding off your top 4. So Blackberry Hall keeping it together with the DRS. He's going to have an opportunity to get a lot of points here today. Cricket on those fresh medium tyres, 7 seconds behind Oscar in P6. So, I mean, here we go. Looks like it's lining up again. 10 laps left to go in this Grand Prix. Blackberry Hall is still managed to stay within 1 second of Beast. So this could be very close. If Blackberry Hall is able to keep up, he's able to keep this DRS. Yellow's in sector 1. Unsure as to who that was. But Ruby passing very easily. He's into the points once more. He's going to have to do quite the recovery drive here if he wants to have a good shot. But I mean, the championship. Oh! No! Commentator's curse! Oh, dearie me! So no virtual safety car, no safety car. That is unfortunate for an Alfa Romeo. Ruby, I'm so sorry. Well, not really, but... Oh, Ewig. A snap of oversteer there. Still into the DRS. So everyone is definitely in quite a flow state at the moment, pushing themselves to the absolute limits out here on track. So I mean, with 8 laps of racing left, Jalaram has dominated the latter part of this race. So, not much to talk about right now. Eweg is getting closer and closer to Gabri. This could be very, very dangerous. With 8 laps left to go, the Constructors' Championship is falling into the hands of the Silver Arrows. Eweg is going to give him a very, very... I mean, here we go. Eweg is definitely going to give Gabri a hard time. Fuck. Seven laps remaining. The lead definitely will not change. Jalaram blazing fast out there on circuit today. Eweg is looking to get the move done. Oh, is that another virtual safety car? 2 virtual safety cars, and once more, no indication of why. Just the game deciding to throw a curveball at everyone by giving us a VSC. No surprises there, was he? So, a VSC. I'm tired of check. I'll see. I'll note that down. DRS enabled. Away we go. We're gonna go green flag racing once more, and I mean, here we go. We've only got a few more laps left of racing, but Jalaram is going to make very, very light work of the circuit at the back. Eweg is fighting to try and... Fuck's sake, Ruby. Apologies for the silence. Not much to talk about right now. I mean, Eric is just chasing after the Mercedes. He might have a pretty good opportunity down the straight. He's about 4.5. He's about 4.5 tenths back now. Gaining some time, but I think it's better to just hang back and relax. We've only got 5 laps left of racing. So lap 24, and Eric does have a very good opportunity down this main straight. He's gonna move down on Gabby. He's gaining, still gaining. He's gonna go around the outside here. He's gonna stay back. No, he's gonna go down the inside, committing to the move now. Into turn 1. Doesn't get it done, but so not getting the move done. Ewig, a little bit unfortunate. Lap 25, we've only got 4 laps left. The Constructors' Championship, I know I said it quite a lot of times, it will fall into the hands of Mercedes as Beast will step on the podium in just 4 laps time. And he will claim Mercedes' second Constructors' Championship with pride and with glory. Oh, that was not pretty. Gelram is going to lose a lot of time to his teammate, but is not a bother for Gelram. He will lose a few seconds, however, so that will be a bit of a pain, but nothing that he can't recover from. Ewig is looking very fast out there. So Stick Boy, 3 tenths back this time. He comes out of turn 10 with the DRS. He does have the DRS as well. Will he be able to make a move here coming into turn 11? I mean, you never quite know. He's going to hang back for now. And hopefully he will look to get the move done, but I think he is just going to stay conservative and maintain position. And Cricket is also looking very close to Oscar, so we could potentially see a little bit of fighting here in the last few laps if Cricket is going to be able to catch up. He's about 6.5 tenths back. He's got the medium tire as opposed to Oscar's hards, and he does have the raw pace compared to the Red Bull. So let's see, could this be a last minute jump to 6th place for the Alpine? Some last lap entertainment for you all. And speaking of Ewig, he does have a brilliant run on Gabri into turn 4. He's going to take the inside line, forcing the Mercedes wide. Patience is key, and this is what patience gets you, ladies and gentlemen, into the swerve and S's, and Gabri still maintains position. Brilliant defense from the Silver Arrow. He's giving it absolutely everything out there on the last few laps of this race. Ewig does have a move, and he's not going to be able to go for it. I mean, unless he makes a very audacious move down the inside, but he's about 4 tenths back now. Now 3 tenths, still gaining. He's going to position his car towards the inside. He's going to go for a move. No, he's going to hang back for now, forcing Gabri to go defensive. And potentially this could open up an opportunity now for Ewing in the last 2 laps of this race. Can he look to snatch 8th place away from Mercedes? Cricket is also getting dangerously close to the Red Bull, gaining, still gaining, gonna go down the inside. That's gonna be a very, very easy overtake for Cricket into 6th place, and Oscar is gonna try to defend. He does have the DRS coming down the back straight now. Could this be a last lap overtake for Oscar? Can he hang on to 6th place? He's gonna go round the outside, down the inside. He's gonna hang back for now. He knows more opportunities are coming, but very few of them are going to be left for the Red Bull if he does not get a move on, if he doesn't capitalise on the gap that is indeed going to be there. But there will indeed be an opportunity for those who are patient. We learned that with Eweg. He had the opportunity, unfortunately. Gabri, his defence is spectacular, and he's been able to keep P8 away from Eweg. Lap 28, the second last lap of this race, as Joam crosses the line for the third to last time. 8.8 seconds to Lars in P2 on the medium tyres. Fastest lap of this race thus far. Joam is the man of the day. Unless something happens in the last 2 laps, which is absolutely very unlikely, and Oscar nearly falling out of DRS range of Cricket, but it looks quite hopeless for the Red Bull driver. And Mercedes clutching that trophy with 2 hands now. We've got about a lap and a half to go for Joram, and he will cross the line and remain victorious once more for Scuderia Ferrari. It has been an amazing effort thus far. And Joram setting off into the sunset of turn 14. He's going slowly. Why is Joram going slowly? He can see. Oh! So they're gonna go side by side into the last lap of this race. The 2 Ferraris, the 2 Scuderia Ferraris remaining in complete formation into the last lap of this race. He's going to concede the lead. This could be quite bad. I think Joram and Lars showing their British colleagues remaining in formation for the last lap of this race. Lars in front by about a few hundredths, but Joram the rightful winner of this race. And as they set off into the sunset of the second sector, the sun is blinding on the 2 Ferraris. And on the last lap of this Bahrain Grand Prix, it didn't look very likely that Ferrari would be the ones on top. But once again, they have defied the odds. And they defied what I thought was capable. And they've really showed. They've showed Mercedes, they've showed Red Bull. But Mercedes, as we talk about them, their championship battle has not been rivaled for a second time. Mercedes, the Silver Arrows, Beast and Gabri, round 10 of the G-Force Racing League calendar. Joram and the last corner remaining side by side with his teammate to cross the line. First and second for Scuderia Ferrari. They win the Bahrain Grand Prix, but the real winners of this race, Mercedes AMG Petronas, for the second time champions of G-Force Racing League. Ladies and gentlemen, Mercedes back at it again. The 2 Silver Arrows remain once more on the top step of G-Force Racing League. And it is pride, and throughout all of the 10 rounds of fighting, Ferrari, Red Bull, Alfa Romeo, none of these teams could rival the two Silver Arrows tonight, and they could not rival them throughout the last 10 rounds. And it's Beast, the real winner here today. The two Ferraris on top once more. And it's the two men who hail from Silverstone, Mercedes AMG Petronas, for the second time running, champions of GFRL. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an honour. And next week, once more, under the lights at Abu Dhabi, at the Yas Marina circuit, the second last round of GFRL, the Constructors' Championship is side by side in this race. Both of their drivers fighting in unison, but the brotherhood is still there. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week at Abu Dhabi. What a race. What a championship. 10 weeks of racing. Ladies and gentlemen, the championship winner has been decided for the second time running. Mercedes champions of G-Force Racing League. We'll see you guys next week.